Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. It has been a very long time. I mean, I would say it's probably been November maybe even. So yeah, I apologize about that. It's good to be back making videos, and I found my new favorite color. I think I'm loving this. So yeah, the reason for it is basically I didn't know what I wanted to do with videos anymore. I kind of just hit a bit of a crossroad in my video making, and I was like, there's only so much you can talk about really with videos before it starts to get old. And I made a lot of football videos and they were getting a bit similar, and boxing, yeah, it was just getting a bit too familiar and a bit too samey. So another massive passion of mine is movies and TV shows. Absolutely love them. So I thought, why not do a movie slash TV recommendation series, as well as a movie slash TV review and analysis series. Unfortunately, the video I'm currently working on is taking a while, so I'm working on a True Detective review and analysis, but it deals with quite a lot of complex themes and philosophies and storylines, so I kind of just wanted to take my time with that one, to get it right, to understand exactly what I'm saying and how to get through with it before I go into that one, because otherwise it would be a jumbled mess. So I just thought, just for now, I'd do like a little 5-10 minute video just giving you a little list of my personal movie recommendations from the last month or two. I currently am unemployed, so I watch a lot of movies. So yeah, so let's get right into it. So the first movie on the list is called Hacksaw Ridge. I watched this film a few days ago and it is amazing, and it was deservedly nominated for an Oscar. The film stars Andrew Garfield as Desmond Doss, who was a soldier in World War II who served in the Pacific with the USA against Japan. And the amazing thing about this story is that Desmond, the guy Andrew Garfield plays, was a pacifist. He was a deep-rooted Christian man, and he didn't believe in violence. He refused to touch a weapon, even if his life depended on it. He would rather get shot than touch a weapon, because he believed that killing was wrong, a mortal sin. And I'm not sure if this is an actual quote, but in the film he says,
"With the world so set on tearing itself apart, it doesn't seem like such a bad thing to me to want to put a little bit of it back together."
So he was he became a medic, and basically the story is about him in the army, basically refusing to touch a weapon when his brothers in arms are touching weapons. And yeah, basically how that story evolves. And he was a real man, and this actually happened. So, you know, it deals with like the struggles of him and his battalion, because they think he's a coward, but you know, he may not be fighting, but he's on the front lines saving people's lives. And he actually ended up dragging like 80 people to safety on the front lines in Japan on his own for like a whole night, including Japanese troops. So incredible film, and a stellar performance by Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield is one of my favourite actors. I think he's very underrated, and I think he basically nails every single performance he's in. And yes, that does include the Amazing Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield is a class Spider-Man. Fight me. Second movie on the list, quite an interesting one, Silver Linings Playbook. This film stars Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence. This story focuses around Bradley Cooper's character, as he basically is diagnosed with bipolar, and it's basically he's just been released from a mental institution, a mental health clinic, after being diagnosed with bipolar. And it's basically just about him trying to fix the life he left and the life he kind of had before, and sort of like indirectly ruined because of his behaviours. before he got medication and help. And obviously he meets Jennifer Lawrence, who, it never is alluded to what mental illness she has, but she has borderline personality disorder, it's hinted at, or she's just very, very free-spirited. But it's basically about their relationship and how they sort of interact with each other and work their way through life. And Robert De Niro is Bradley Cooper's father, and it's really, really good. It's quite hard to explain, really. You just got to watch it, but it deals with mental illness really, really well, in a really, really nice, realistic way too. It doesn't shy away from the horrors of it. Do you know what I mean? How bad it can get in circumstances, but it doesn't sugarcoat these illnesses and the effect they have on people's families and friends, but it also doesn't vilify these people too. You feel very you feel very close to them, and it makes them feel a lot more humanized, because they're not dangerous. These people aren't dangerous, and yeah, I like the fact that they're not, it doesn't just deal with it as, oh, they're the crazy people, they're a comic relief, or they're a scary person who's ruining their life. You know, they're just normal people. It's not like so over the top. It's really, really good. It's really, really cool. And obviously it's called Silver Linings Playbook because that's Bradley Cooper's philosophy in this film. He sort of leaves this hospital with this sort of guru sort of approach to life, and he always looks at the silver linings and only focuses on what he calls positive energy. And yeah, very, very cool film. The next film on the list is Uncut Gems. Now, I'm not really sure how well known this film is, and I love this film, number one, because it's a fucking great film with an incredible storyline. Also because I didn't realise how amazing, incredible Adam Sandler is as an actor. I'm used to seeing Adam Sandler as being a bit of a doofus, a bit of a comic relief, like, you know, comedy films, everything like that. And to see him in like a serious role where he is in danger, and he's got flaws, and he's got emotional problems, and he deals with a gambling addiction, to see him in like a serious, gritty, heartfelt role is really surprising. But I have to say, he absolutely nails it, and I wish Adam Sandler would act like this more, because he's really, really good at it, like really good at it. Basically, he's a Jewish man in New York who owns a pawn shop business. He collects artifacts, jewellery, and pawns it to people, and obviously it's quite popular. So he's in contact with celebrities who buy off him and sell to him, etc. However, he has got a crippling gambling addiction. So any profit he makes from this business, he basically spends on betting on NBA games. And as a result, he's kind of got into a lot of debt with the wrong types of people. He's in debt to criminal underworld bosses, mob bosses, gangs. And yeah, he's just basically trying to find this gem from Africa and sell it, get it valued and sell it, because it's worth enough to free him from his debt to these mob bosses, who actually end up being his brother-in-law, one of them. And yeah, he basically wants this gem, this uncut gem, to sell to these people to make money, so he can free himself from his gambling addiction. But it's also about, obviously, like his personal life, his relationships with his wife and mistress, and his children, and how his lifestyle and diseases sort of affects him and everyone else. And yeah, really, really good. That's on Netflix. Yeah, give it a watch. Next film on the list is The Place Beyond the Pines, starring Ryan Gosling. It's basically about a motorcycle stuntman, like sort of like a circus performer or carnival performer, who is a bit down on his luck. He's not making a lot of money, but his passion is motorcycle riding, but his passion isn't bringing in the funds, and he discovers that his girlfriend, who he had split up with a year or two ago, has got a son. It ends up being his son, and so it's basically about him trying to rekindle his relationship as well as raise his son. But obviously he wants his son and his girlfriend to be financially well off and to be okay. So he ends up using his incredible skills as a motorcycle racer / performer to be a getaway driver, to rob banks so he can make money. The film's actually, the interesting part about it though is that in the second half of the film stars Bradley Cooper as a policeman investigating Ryan Gosling, and then the third part of the film is sort of about their legacy. So it focuses on Bradley Cooper and Ryan Gosling's two sons, and they become friends, and they sort of discover the lives their dads have been living. So it's really, really cool. I've never really seen that before, where like you have a film and it's set in 3 parts with 3 different main characters, 3 different storylines in different time stamps, and it's really, really interesting. So you start off with Ryan Gosling's perspective, and then it moves into Bradley Cooper's perspective, and then it moves into their kids' perspective, and yeah, it's really, really cool. And yeah, that's it. I mean, I would say The Gentleman, but The Gentleman, I feel like everyone's seen The Gentleman, and I'm gonna say, you know, it's funny, it's witty, the editing's great, the music's great, it's incredibly English, and it showed to me that Hugh Grant can really, really act. So, but I'm not going to go into too many details about that because I feel like everyone's seen The Gentleman. It's The Gentleman. I wanted to sort of pick films that may be a little bit more unknown, that people haven't heard about as much, because the little hidden gems, or uncut gems should I say, because yeah, they're the films that hit hardest, I guess. So yeah, they're my film recommendations, so look them up. I think most of them are probably on Netflix or Sky. So yeah, that's it really. So I'm gonna be doing a review on True Detective Season 1 starring Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson soon. So that'll be coming out. That'll be a more of a longer, in-depth video. So just be patient for that. But for now, I thought I'd just give you a bit of filler, just to keep you occupied. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you're doing well and staying safe. And yeah, you guys take care. And peace. Bye.